Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Castle Goatmen. Joined in with Whooper Looper, Axolotl, Dat Pig, and Jules.
Hi.
And we're going to play the Evolution of Trust, which is another game by Nikki Case, which should sound familiar because we've played two of her games so far on the channel. Adventures with Anxiety and it's like Coming Out Simulator or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
This is Trust. During World War I, peace broke out. It was Christmas 1914 on the Western Front. Despite strict orders not to chillax with the enemy, British and German soldiers left their trenches, crossed no man's land, and gathered to bury their dead, exchange gifts, and play games. Meanwhile, it's 2017, the West has been at peace for decades, and wow, we suck at trust. Surveys show that over the past 40 years, fewer and fewer people say they trust each other, so here's our puzzle. Why even in peacetime do friends become enemies, and why even in wartime do enemies become friends? I think game theory can help explain our epidemic of distrust and how we can fix it. So, to understand all this, let's play a game. Okay. This is gonna be like the prisoner's dilemma. The game of trust.
I don't
choice. If in front of you a machine, if you put a coin in the machine, the other player gets 3 coins. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be the prisoner's dilemma. The other player gets 3 coins and vice versa. You both can either choose to cooperate, put in a coin, or cheat, don't put in a coin. Let's say the other player cheats and you... let's say the other player cheats and doesn't put in a coin. What should you do? I should cheat. Exactly. Why let that moocher mooch off of you? If you cooperate and they cheat, you lose a coin while they gain 3. Score -1 versus +3. However, if you both cheat, neither of you gain or lose anything. Score 0 versus 0. Therefore, you should cheat. But let's say the other player cooperates and puts in a coin. What should you do now? Cooperate. Sure seems like the right thing to do. Or is it? Vsauce music starts playing. Because if both cooperate, you both give up a coin to gain 3. Score 2 plus 2. If you cheat and they cooperate, you gain 3 coins at the cost of 1 plus 3 versus -1. Therefore, you should still cheat. And that's our dilemma. Trust is nice, but it can let others take advantage of you or shoot you as you come unarmed out of a trench. Sometimes distrust is rational. But now, what happens if we play this game more than once? Now let's play for real. You'll be playing against 5 different opponents, each with their own game strategy. With each opponent, you'll play anywhere between 3 to 7 rounds. You won't know in advance when the last round is. Can you trust them? Or rather, can they trust you? Pick your first real move. Choose wisely. I will cooperate.
Yeah, get that goodwill right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cooperate. Yeah. Sure. See, you can trust me. You can trust me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a trustworthy individual.
Indeed.
Man, this game's easy. Okay.
Oop, he's a different one now.
Oh, man. He's got a bowler hat, so he's probably a nice British person. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No. Bro. I thought British people were not... Dude, I fucking love British people, though. Like, I fucking love British people, though. Why would you do that to me?
Mm-hmm. Do we turn the other cheek, or do we keep going?
Oh, man. Dude, I gotta cheat now. He's being a dick. I was being all nice to him. Alright. You're a woman, so I'm scared of you. I don't trust you, so... Oh, okay. Apparently I was mean.
Oh,
okay, I'll cooperate. That wasn't misogynistic, by the way. It was just making a joke, just to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to specify next time.
I am scared of women. Cock's gun. Flips gun. Have you seen that video? It's like he, flips the, he's got, a fucking, cowboy hat on. He's got, a fucking, poncho, and he flips his gun over his finger, and he's like, I am scared of women.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's funny. Me and Walter Sounder reference that all the time. Alright, this guy's got an Arby's hat, so I trust him.
Yeah.
So basically what this game is trying to teach you is that certain hats are untrustworthy. You shouldn't trust people who wear certain hats.
Oh, that's a Sherlock hat.
So if you wear a bowler hat, then you're untrustworthy. Never trust people who wear bowler hats.
He's wearing a Sherlock hat this time. What do we do?
I'm gonna cooperate. Okay, that was the right choice. Oh, he's switching it up. Okay, I'm gonna cheat because you're a dick.
You should have cooperated some more.
So I programmed him to like basically not trust me. Okay, your total score is 35, which is pretty good. The lowest and highest score possible are 7 and 49 respectively. So who were these strange characters you just played against? Okay, copycat. Hello, I start with cooperate, and afterwards I just copy whatever you did in the last round. Meow. Always cheat. The strong shall eat the weak. No. Always cooperate. Let's be best friends. Grudger. Listen, partner, I'll start cooperating and keep cooperating, but if y'all ever cheat me, I'll cheat you back till the end of tarnation. Okay. Detective. First I analyze you. I start cooperate, cheat, cooperate, cooperate. If you cheat back, I'll act like copycat. If you never cheat back, I'll always cheat to exploit you. Elementary, my dear Watson. Now, what if these characters were to play against each other? It's tournament time. Each character will now play against every other character. That's 10 paired matches and 10 rounds per match. Who do you think will get the highest total score? Think carefully about it and then place your bets. Okay. Probably Detective. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Detective too.
Alright, you placed your bet in Detective. Let's go through the matches one by one and see how the tournament plays out. Okay. Oh, by the way, you may be skeptical about that Christmas true story with the World War I trenches. Surely that was just a fluke. No, I know about that story. Yes, the truce was dramatic, but it was neither unique nor unusual. Not every trench joined in the peace, but it was pretty widespread. Many front lines came up with the idea independently, and again, despite specific strict orders not to. And in fact, even before Christmas, several front lines already had established an unofficial secret peace. They called it the live and let live system. Basically, you don't shoot me, I don't shoot you, and this worked in a lot of places. You may still be skeptical. Most soldiers don't spontaneously form peace with the enemy, so what's so special about trench warfare? Well, here's what's unique about the trenches. Unlike almost every other form of war, you have to face the same specific soldiers every day. It's a repeated game, and that makes all the difference. Yeah, that would have never happened in World War II. Anyway, the winner is... Oh, wait. Apologies to your bet, Detective. Copycat. Oh, for a second I was looking at this. I was like, oh, it's Grudger, but wow, Copycat.
57.
Copycat goes by many names. The Golden Rule, Reciprocal Altruism, Tit for Tat, or Live and Let Live. That's why peace could emerge in the trenches of World War I. When you're forced to play the game with a specific people, not just the same generic enemy over and over again, Copycat doesn't just win the battle, it wins the war. But if things change a lot when you play multiple rounds of the game, what if we play multiple tournaments? Now let's let our population of players evolve over time. It's a 3-step dance. 1, play a tournament, let them all play against each other and tally up their scores. 2, eliminate the losers, get rid of the 5 worst players. If there's a tie, pick randomly between them. And 3, reproduce winners, clone the 5 best players. If there's a tie, pick randomly between them. And repeat for as long as you'd like. No, you don't have to wait for people to literally die and reproduce for culture to evolve. All that's needed is that unsuccessful behaviors go away and successful behaviors are imitated. So now, let's see this in action. Say we start with the following population of players. 15 always cooperates, 5 always cheats, and 5 copycats. We'll ignore Grudger and Detective for now. We're going to do the tournament, eliminate, reproduce, dance a dozen times or so. Let's make another bet. Who do you think will win the first tournament? Place your bets again. I'm gonna go with Copycat.
Alright.
I know that might be dumb because that's just what it was last time, but I don't know. I kind of want to see. Makes sense. Copycat won the tournament last time. Why not again? Let's see if you're correct. Wow. Eliminate bottom 5. Reproduce top 5. Alas, Copycat did not win, but at least they didn't do as bad as Always Cooperate. They got eaten up by Always Cheat, whose numbers have now increased by 5. Now let's try a few more rounds of this. It's like, because Copycat's kind of in the middle. Like, these guys are just going to do the same thing every time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. Reproduce top 5. Okay, Always Cheat is still growing at the expense of Always Cooperate. And now the Always Cooperates are dead. But wait. That's right, the Always Cheat became a victim of their own success. They exploited the naive Always Cooperators, but once they ran out of them, they had to face the Copycats, who are nice, but not naive. By simply copying the other player's moves, Copycats can always be nice with each other, while Always Cheats just cheat themselves. Not only that, but it also means Copycat can give Always Cheat a taste of their own medicine. And so, as a result, Copycat inherits the Earth. So, in the long run, you are right, Copycat wins. Always Cheat may have won in the short run, but its exploitativeness was its downfall. This reminds me of a quote: "We are punished by our sins, not for them." Elbert Hubbard. Oh, and by the way, this result is similar even if we put Grudger and Detective back in. Note, sometimes a few Grudgers may stick around because when all players except Grudger and Copycat are eliminated, the two tie. So it seems the math of game theory is telling us something, that Copycat's philosophy, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, may not just be a moral truth, but also a mathematical truth. However, there's a problem. Look around. The world's full of total jerkwads. Donald Trump. Kanye West. Sorry, something's stuck in my throat. If Copycat is the strategy in this repeated game of trust that's so powerful that even soldiers in World War I trenches independently evolved a similar strategy, called live and let live, why then are there so many untrusting, untrustworthy people? What's causing our epidemic of untrust? A clue's in that sentence itself. In this repeated game of trust, so far we've only talked about change in the players. What about change in the game? What could lead to the evolution of distrust? Before everything goes to heck, let's start with something nice. Here's a world filled entirely with Always Cooperates, except for one Always Cheat and one Copycat. Use the buttons on the right to start the sim, go through it step by step, reset it. I'll just start. As you already know, Copycat wins handily in the long run under our current rules, but that's under our current rules, which say that players play against each other for 10 rounds per match. Does Copycat still win at 7 rounds, 5 rounds, 3, 2, 1? Change the number around with the slider below, then start the sim and see what happens. Feel free to experiment. Okay, let's
go big.
Yeah, just do all of them. Once you're done playing around, click continue.
So they win slower with more matches.
As you saw, you don't always play enough rounds here, 5 or less. Always Cheat dominates. In 1985, when Americans were asked how many close friends they had, and the most common answer was 3. In 2004, the most common answer was 0. We now have fewer friends across racial, economic, and political lines because we have fewer friends, period. And as you just discovered for yourself, the fewer repeat interactions there are, the more distrust will spread. No, mass media doesn't count. It must be two-way interactions between specific individuals. And it gets worse. There's another way to breed distrust. Here are the payoffs for the game. When the normal payoffs, Copycat wins, but now change the both cooperate reward from 2 to 1, then click start. Even though +1 is still more than punishment for both cheating, 0, what happens? Oh, look at that. Cheats winning. Oh, never mind. Copycat came back. The same thing always happens with the lower win-win reward. Always Cheat takes over. Game theory has 2 powerful ideas about this. Zero-sum game. This is the sadly common belief that a gain for us must come at the loss of them, and vice versa. Non-zero-sum game. This is when people make the hard effort to create a win-win solution, or at least avoid a lose-lose. Without the non-zero-sum game, trust cannot evolve. Speaking of which, let's now look at our third and final barrier for the evolution of distrust. Mistakes. As cool as Copycat is, it has a huge fatal weakness. I haven't mentioned yet, To understand the problem, let's say two copycats are playing against each other. Being nice players, both their first moves will be cooperate. And normally they just pay back each other's kindness and sing kumbaya until the end of time. But what if, while trying to reciprocate goodness, mistakes, miscommunication, misinterpretations, accidents happen all the time in real life? But if the other person doesn't think it was an accident, the other player, being a copycat, had to retaliate, and you, being a copycat as well, will also have to retaliate. Thus, like the Hatfields and McCoys, these two copycats will spiral into an endless cycle of vengeance. That started over a single mistake long ago. Tragic, but now, are there other types of players who can deal with mistakes? Let's meet some new faces, or new hats anyway. Copycat. Hello, I'm like Copycat, except I cheat back only after you cheat me twice in a row. After all, the first one could just be a mistake, per simpleton. Hi, I tried to start cooperate. If you cooperate back, I do the same thing as the last move, even if it mistake. If you cheat back, I do opposite thing as last move, even if it mistake. Random. Monkey robot. Ninja pizza tacos. Lol, I'm so random. Just plays cheat and cooperate randomly with a 50-50 chance. Alright, let's see how well these peeps do when they play in a tournament.
I like how only random changed its face.
Yeah. Let's start with a dozen always cooperates versus our old winner, the fair copycat, and our three new characters, the forgiving copycat, the dull simpleton, and the silly random. In each round of a match, players will have a small chance of making a mistake. Let's say 5%. Who do you think will come out on top? Think carefully, then place your bets. Ooh,
I think random.
I honestly, I was kind of gonna pick random too. Oh, no. It was simpleton. What? Alright, you bet random wins. Let's find out. Use the control. Oh, but yeah, I already kind of did that. Your bet was close, but no cigar. Simpleton wins. This is because Simpleton is actually capable of exploiting Always Cooperate. They both start cooperating, but if Simpleton makes a mistake and cheats, since Always Cooperate never retaliates, it'll keep cheating them. The same thing as before, except instead of half Always Cooperate, it's half Always Cheat, and it's a much less forgiving, more hostile environment. Who do you think will win now? Then place your bets. Okay, so Cooperate's gone, so I'm gonna go with random again. No, wow, immediately. Copy kitten? Copycat. Looks like they're in like an endless cycle. I think they're in an endless cycle. You bet on random. Again, go through the simulation. Good guess, but someone else took the prize. Copycat wins this time. That's surprising that with an even meaner starting population, Copycat, a more forgiving version of Copycat, was the most successful. Note, Copycat is so forgiving that it doesn't even entirely wipe out Copycat. It shares the room. In this case, a bit of communication, 5% chance for staying each round, could lead to more forgiveness. But this is true on all levels of miscommunication. Use the slider below to change the amount of miscommunication, then hit start. At 5%, Copycat wins. What happens to 0%, or 20%, or 50%? It only goes up to 50% because at that point, every move is a coin flip. During each round, there's a 5% chance if a player makes a mistake.
What if we go to like 50 and then 25 later?
Okay. It looks like cheat is winning. Or they're kind of in a stalemate. What if I go to 20... 25.
25. Try that.
Always cheat.
Oh, wow. That was fast.
The results turn out something like this. At 0%, the fair copycat wins. At 1% to 9%, the forgiving copycat wins. At 10 to 49%, the unfair forgiving always cheat wins. At 50%, nobody wins ever. This is why communication is such an interesting barrier to trust. A little bit of it leads to forgiveness, but too much and it leads to widespread distrust. I think our modern media technology, as much as it helped us to increase communication, has increased our miscommunication much more. At last, let's experiment with all the numbers. The knob slider. Let's play in the sandbox mode. I see. Boy. Okay. La 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 random. Okay. Whoops, I too random.
What if we make them all detective?
All detective.
Yeah.
Whoa, detective one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can get it so that everyone can be on.
Let's see, if there's 8 of them and there's, what, 25 total? You need like 3-ish of each?
What if I do like a ton of randoms? And that.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay,
oh.
Copycat versus man, random gets fucking destroyed immediately. Okay.
Oh wait, but always cooperate is winning.
Yeah. Wait, what the hell?
Now.
Nah, it's they came back.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like an endless cycle. All right, what we learned today. Game theory has showed us 3 things we need for the evolution of trust. Trust keeps a relationship going, but you need the knowledge of possible future repeat interactions before trust can evolve. You must be playing 2 possible win-wins. You must be playing a non-zero-sum game, a game where it's at least possible that both players can be better off. A win-win. Low miscommunication. If the level of miscommunication is too high, trust breaks down, but when there's a little bit of miscommunication, it pays to be more forgiving. Of course, real-world trust is affected by much more than this. There's reputation, shared values, contracts, cultural markers, blah blah blah. And let's not forget the biggest lesson. If there's one takeaway from all of game theory, it's this. What the game is defines what the players do. Our problem today isn't just that people are losing trust, it's that our environment acts against the evolution of trust. That may seem cynical or naive, that we're merely products of the environment, but as game theory reminds us, we are each other's environment. In the short run, the game defines the players, but in the long run, it's us players who define the game. So, do what you can do to create the conditions necessary to evolve trust, build a relationship, find win-wins, communicate clearly. Maybe then we can stop firing at each other, get out of our own trenches, no man's land, come together. What game theory teaches us is that in 1987, Freddie Fazbear and William Afton and...
Was that the bite of 87?
Was that the bite of 87? To Live and Let Live. A Christmas Truce Between Opposing Trenches, illustrated by A.C. Michael, published in the Illustrated London News, January 9th, 1915. Aw. Well, that was beautiful. Thank you, Nikki. And remember, kids, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Oh god, my mic clipped horribly.
Anyway, wow. Alright. That was cool. What'd you think?
Pretty cool.
Well, I think I have, after this, I believe on my list I only had about like one other Nikki Case game. I'm trying to remember what it's called. The Wisdom and or Madness of Crowds. That's what it was called. So if you would like to see us play that, let us know. But we'll probably
smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like that smash button and subscribe that hit button. And below down comment. No, but we'll probably play it anyway. So we'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.